Okay, we're ready. I thought we were waiting on someone. That's not that. Are you ready?
We're good.
All right, welcome to the September 25th, 2023 board meeting. The first item of business is to approve the agenda. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the second item of business is to approve the minutes from the August 28th, 2023 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're gonna skip down to the financial statement because we're still waiting on some people for our recognition. Sorry.
Good afternoon, board members. I have provided the August 2023 financial statements and check register for your review. As of August 31, 2023, we have collected 104.6% of our budgeted ad valorem tax revenues compared to the 98.4% that we had received last year. Our total expenditures and transfers out in the general fund as of August 31 were 96.5% of the budget compared to 97.8% last year. All things being equal, we should be at 91.3% of our budget in the 11th month of our fiscal year. We're a little above that mark due to payments for annual expenditures previously made during the year. In August 23, we earned $79,883 in interest income on our investment and treasury sweep agreement with our financial institution. And monthly financial statements and check registers are available for viewing on our website upon board approval, and all bank accounts have been reconciled as of August 31st, 2023.
Hey, board members, I recommend we approve the financial statement for August 2023.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation for the board to approve the financial statement for August 2023. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Whit's give us the green light so we can go for recognitions, unless you'd like to stay and listen to the rest of the agenda. Is there a vote on that? This is always a fun time in our meetings to recognize our students and those who excel and go above and beyond in so many ways. And each year, the students at the high school take the PSAT. And the PSAT is a qualifying mechanism for scholarship opportunities in the National Merit Program. And so we typically average 11 or 12 students per year in our National Merit Scholar awardees, and that's no different this year. We have 11 that have been named National Merit semifinalists. And what that does is put them in a pool of students who will then compete for further scholarships as finalists or commended scholars. And we find that usually out in the spring. Ms. Roselle's here with us tonight. Dr. England's with us as well. Anything you'd like to add to that?
I think it's 14.
Did I say, how many did I say?
11.
Okay, well, I've got 14.
Yeah,
Yeah, 11 is, I think I said 11 is our average. Maybe I told Scott that incorrectly. Thank you. 14's great. Fantastic. Well, we have some here tonight. Maybe it's 11 tonight. I don't know where I got 11.
It's all good.
Hey, I'd like for all of you to come up if you're National Merit semifinalists. I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Come on. Up here, get lined up across the way. This is a fantastic group of students, and they're seniors this year. So I'd like for you to introduce yourself, and I'd like you to tell our audience what your plans are moving forward. If you don't want to reveal your college choice, or if you haven't made it, that's okay too, but really what you're thinking about as a major and what you're thinking the future's gonna hold after this year, okay? All right, we'll start on this.
My name is Arya John, and my plan is to go into aerospace engineering. I'm not sure where yet.
I'm Hunter Carroll. I'm currently in the process of applying to the Naval Academy. So if I get in, I hope to go there and probably study some form of engineering, probably aerospace or mechanical.
I'm Shannon Jatani. I plan to major in chemistry, and I'll most likely attend Auburn University.
Hi, my name is Carol Lee, and I'm not sure what college, but I plan to major in applied mathematics.
I'm Eddie Pang, and I'm looking to apply in probably economy or engineering.
I'm Arav Singh. I'm probably going to major in business, and I don't know what college yet.
I'm Drakeson Hu. I don't know what I'm going to major in, but I'm interested in psychology, and I really like Rice University.
I'm Hanson Shaw. I don't really know where I want to go to college, and I want to study something research-based.
I'm Patrick Ball. I want to study biology, and I want to study where.
I'm Riley Newsome. I'm probably going to go to Auburn University, and I'm looking to double major in biomedical science and German.
I'm Jessica Mall. I hope to major in biochemistry, and I'm looking into Yale College.
I'm Manusha Singh. I plan to pursue a pre-med track, but I don't know which college.
I'm Danielle Quinn, and I plan on majoring in something fine arts related.
Yes. Ms. Rosette, Dr. England, come and show them about this prestigious
Just
group.
how proud the school is of you. We know that your folks, obviously, they got you K-12, so we just thank all your former teachers throughout the years for shaping and molding you and helping you find your path. But we couldn't be prouder of you, and we cannot wait to see where you go and what you end up doing down the road.
So as hard as our students work, there's usually a strong supporting cast somewhere, probably at home, that's taking care of them, helping them get where they need to get. Some of y'all are here tonight, so now's your opportunity to share a little bit, if you would like to, just comments you'd like to make about your child or just anybody in the group. Love to hear from you. Thank you, Mr. Carroll.
I wasn't gonna make eye
Yeah, you tried the trick.
Hey, we're just very thankful of the Vestavia school system. They've prepared them very well. There's a lot of opportunity there for them to be challenged as much as they're willing to be challenged. So
I appreciate you saying.
we're glad that that's available to them.
Well, on behalf of the Board of Education, I wish you congratulations, good luck in the process this year, and we all look forward to seeing your graduation. Okay, thanks. All right, National Merit. Y'all welcome to stay, or you can
Nice to meet you.
I couldn't do it.
For reminding me, we have a employee of the year in her field. Sarah Geyer is with us. Thank you, Sarah. I'll remind you of this day. Sarah, come on up. Sarah was named the Alabama School Nurse of the Year this past year. And she said, yeah, that's it. Congratulations. I think, 2 years.
This is my fourth.
It's your 4th year, and she is the nurse at Lee Park at middle school. And does a great job there. She's actually a nurse practitioner, I believe. And been with us, so now your 4th year. So,
Yes.
Brenda Seal is with us. She's a nurse administrator and oversees the whole program. So Brenda, would you offer some words on behalf of Sarah?
Sarah's a strong nurse, but she's also a strong community member of her school. Her staff are crazy about her and the kids, She really just fits right in. She almost looks like one of them, but they love her. And she's been a really good fit for our system, strong nurse.
So how do you go about getting awarded something at this level? There are a lot of school nurses in the state of Alabama, very qualified, strong candidates, and here we got.
She was.
Mr. Dominicar.
She was nominated by her staff, by her principal last year. And he came to me giggling. He was so excited that he had, it's a long process of paperwork and different people involved. And she was chosen from what they said about her in all the paperwork.
Tell me, she like me, sir.
I'm just very blessed to have this position. And in addition to Mr. Dominicar, a couple of the parents of students that I have were part of that nomination too. So it was very sweet of them to recognize me.
Sarah's on top of things. I see your name sometimes, every so often, we have a little, this happened at school that I'll get a form from, tells me what's going on. But Sarah did remind me before years she started when we were in the throes of COVID, and I can remember several interactions. We had really good interactions. She's on top of the game. We're really blessed. We got 16 nurses in our facilities, and one is assigned to the schools. And as you know how important that is, this is a major operation for our kids' healthy, and I really appreciate it. And so deserving. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Freeman.
Yeah.
I want to say, listening to intended majors in the future for the all the national merit semifinalists, I think we had biology, engineering, psychology, aerospace engineering, chemistry, applied mathematics, biochemistry, biomedical engineering, a double major in German, economics, fine arts. I think we had one in business. I think it's so good that we continue to emphasize across the spectrum. I know that our long-term plan is to continue to build up our STEM program. And very thankful that we remain committed to that. We've got a little more challenges now than we thought we might have a year ago. But seeing what our students and these very top-level students want to go into, I think it's just a reminder of how important it is that we provide opportunities for them to learn as much engineering and core science as early as possible. And as we continue to provide so many opportunities to learn about what it means to go into medicine or to go into engineering as we get into high school. And I think we're doing a great job of that, and I hope that we continue to do that and find ways of providing these kids opportunities so that they know as their juniors and seniors what they want to do. I think a lot of us, when we were coming through, was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm majoring in science, right? Or didn't understand what opportunities there were for applied mathematics. What does that mean? Is that going to be an actuary, or is that going to go into the insurance world? And I think the more that we can help them establish a vision of what it means to say, hey, I'm good at math, I'm good at English, what can I do? And we are leaps and bounds ahead of that compared to where we were 30 years ago when I was coming through. I think that speaks well of what we're doing as a system.
Great opportunities, I think, in the future too for, appreciate you sharing that. Great. Other comments? Right. We'll jump back in to item 6. Under consent, and board members, I recommend that you approve consent items related to disposal of property, in-state, out-of-state overnight field trips for many of the various schools in the state. So I recommend approval of consent items.
Heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the consent items for disposal of property and in-state and overnight field trips. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
One comment, we've got a lot of great field trips and opportunities. The one that I really wanted to highlight is the trip that's going to go for take students to Mississippi State and the University of Alabama and provide them an opportunity to visit these schools as they try to decide what they want to do post high school. I know that not everybody, for many reasons, can get to different schools. So I applaud our college program here at the high school, for making those opportunities available, because our students don't always know what's out there. So the more we can introduce them to schools that maybe, not, obviously, University of Birmingham, University of Alabama's on everybody's radar, but it's getting them over to Mississippi State. I think when my oldest daughter was there, they had a program that took them down to South Alabama, but to provide them an opportunity to see what schools are available is really important. I'm glad we're doing that.
All in favor?
All right.
Under business, item 8, I recommend the board approve the architectural agreement for accessibility improvements at Vestavia Hills Elementary, Dolly Ridge.
For the superintendent's recommendation to approve the architectural agreement for accessibility improvements at Vestavia Hills Elementary, Dolly Ridge. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? You want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, just as a reminder, this is the drive from the campus down to the field that continues to just wash out. And some of us that are parents there can appreciate it. If you play soccer there, you can appreciate it as well. It's a problem for us and a lot of our folks who need to get accessibility down to that field. This would be an idea to address that. And so we will start the project development now. And we do have a little bit of funding set aside for it in our public school fund, capital funds. Not sure we've got the entirety of all of this, but that's something we'll be looking at through the course of this year. All right. Item B, I recommend the board approve the architectural agreement for replacement of the canopy at Vestavia Hills Elementary, Dolly Ridge.
For the superintendent's recommendation to approve the architectural agreement for replacement of canopy at Vestavia Hills Elementary, Dolly Ridge. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments?
This is, if you'll remember in the summer, we asked for you to approve a exception to the bid law because of the need to replace the canopy that was damaged by a vehicle during the summer, and you did approve that. The canopy is gone that was there to start with. We are in the design phase of getting that replaced, and optimistically, we're looking, I believe, at Christmas to be able to get that done. We do have a contractor on board. Of course, our architect's working. This just formalizes their agreement. This is in part an insurance claim that we will be pursuing. Of course, Mr. Boone will be pursuing that with any of those involved in the accident itself. I feel confident we'll likely get reimbursement for at least a good portion of the project, but since we took it down, we're expanding the canopy to the full length of where all our kids are loading and unloading, so it made sense to go ahead and do that. And I'll have a better idea of pricing probably by the next meeting, what it's going to be, but we do have a dollar set aside for it, but just do know that we'll be pursuing insurance reimbursement for a good portion of it.
All in favor?
This item is yours.
Okay, so now we need to elect someone to be our delegate at the AASB convention in December. So would anyone like to nominate one of our fellow board members to this exciting event?
I'll nominate Kyle.
Al?
I'll second that.
I'll third.
I'm shocked.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, you're gonna be great, Kyle. We appreciate you and your time.
I will speak to that just a little
You
bit.
did last year too.
Did I? But I think it's a reminder when you get around other school boards to realize just how good we have it. And John can speak to it, I know y'all can speak to it, but it really is issues that other school boards have to deal with that we don't. And it's humbling, and it's just grateful for what we have here as a board, what we have in Todd as the superintendent. And to me, that's what I came away from that experience. To just come back and say, you know what, we got a good thing here. So
100%.
You will have that. I bet you will find that same experience.
Look forward to it. All right.
Can't wait for you to share
Yeah.
when you get back.
Item 8, I recommend the board approve the personnel actions as submitted.
Heard the superintendent's recommendation to approve the personnel items submitted. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
In the theme of recognizing excellence in our academic programming, particularly for students who are planning to go to college, and you heard from several tonight that do have plans to go to post-secondary. I wanted to share with you an update on some of our data that's coming from advanced placement scores this year, dual enrollment, and ACT. And Dr. Rainey is going to be presenting with us tonight. Ms. Roselle's here, Dr. England's here, ready to go at a moment's notice of any questions we have. It's a really good report that I think accentuates the positives and also enlightens us on what the potential is, and what the places are where we can grow. So, Dr. Rainey, thank you.
Thank you for having me tonight. So, as Dr. Freeman mentioned, I'll be talking about our advanced placement, our dual enrollment, and ACT trends at our high school. So, in light of our goal 1, I really want us to think through the areas of profound understanding and the idea that students find value and meaning in the work. So when we think about that first goal, when we look at what our students are taking, Mr. Brown, as you mentioned, when we hear what their future plans are, we really consider all of that to help us make informed decisions, because with our goal number 1, we want to make sure that students find value and meaning in that work. And so our high school students have many opportunities. And so tonight, we'll be talking about advanced placement, referred to as AP. And this is just an opportunity for our students to take college level courses offered in high school. And they earn that credit by getting a qualifying score on the AP exam at the end of the class. And there is some money involved in AP classes. Parents do pay for students to take the test at the end of the course. Next, we'll also be talking about dual enrollment. This is another opportunity for students to get that college credit before they get out of high school. We have multiple opportunities for them to do that. We offer dual enrollment credit from Jefferson State, and most recently Alabama and Auburn. And there's a cost associated with this as well. It is very minor compared to what parents will pay when students graduate and they enter full-time in college. And then I'll also be talking about our ACT scores. And so, of course, the ACT is standardized assessment that most colleges require, not only to get in, but also for scholarship dollars. The test measures academic achievement in English, math, reading, science, and writing. And writing is optional, so students don't have to take writing, and some colleges require it, but not all. And it's also, this is the test that our state uses for the high school 11th grade summative assessment. And so as we think about our AP classes, our dual enrollment, and our ACT trends, I want us to look at the 6-year trend from 2018-19 to our current year. And so what you see here are the number of students who enrolled in either a dual enrollment course or an advanced placement course. So you can see the blue, that is the dual enrollment. And I don't have a 6-year trend of that, I only have a 3-year trend, mostly because we didn't have very many students taking dual enrollment prior to that. So in 2021-22, we had 125 students seeking college credit through dual enrollment. And then in 22-23, we had 155 students seeking college credit through dual enrollment. And this current year, we have 226 students seeking college credit through a dual enrollment class. And then the green bars are the number of students that have taken an AP course to earn that college credit prior to graduating. And so you can see from 2018-19 to the current year that for the most part, that number has increased. So in 18-19, from 1,278 students pursuing college credit to our current year where we have 1,765 students at our high school pursuing college credit before they graduate.
Amy, just one clarification on that. The number of the inside that 1765 will be multiple courses taken, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And one thing I wanted to share about dual enrollment, right now, dual enrollment courses for math are through Jeff State are free because they have a STEM grant. So if they take math, they're not paying for it. And if they take English, they're only paying half because they have another grant that they're offering our students. So it's a really cost effective, if you're getting a college credit.
And so when we look at our enrollment and then our students that are seeking college credit, this is a combined number from our dual enrollment and our AP classes. I think you can clearly see that that number is increasing. So you can see in 22-23, the students seeking college credit is almost, there's just very few of our students that are not seeking some type of college credit before they graduate. So 74% of our high school students are seeking college credit either through an AP class or dual enrollment. I think that's tremendous. So when we think about our AP courses, we have, like I said, 1,529 students. We have 80 sections, and we have 21 courses that are offered for students to be able to earn college credit through AP. And if you'll kind of scroll over some of those larger bubbles, you can see the number of students that are taking that particular class. So what I really want to point out here visually is that the larger bubbles are English, world history, United States government. So the majority of our students taking AP classes are seeking classes in English or history. I don't know the reason for that. I could speculate based on hearing what our students are taking. I know my own child is a senior this year seeking, he's planning to seek a degree in medicine, so he wants his English and histories out of the way so that he can just focus on his math classes. That's just a small indicator. I don't know. I've talked to the administration, and another reason might be that colleges usually always take English. So can y'all add to maybe why this is the
Colleges
case?
are very specific about their science pathways, and so if you take science, they may or may not accept it. Science is one of the ones where it's kind of waivers depending on the college you go to. They might count it as an elective credit, but they won't necessarily count it as a science credit because they want them to take them in their pathway. Math's a little different, it just kind of depends on the college and whether or not they accept that credit or not. And some of them will count them as electives, but not necessarily as a math. So English and history, most of the time they take them without any question.
So again, this is the data. We are looking at the numbers of what they're taking, but we don't really know the why. That's a little more fuzzy. I did want to point out our AP courses. I don't know why that's not formatting correctly. I know Whit and I tested it before and had it where it was right, but the squares are correct. And so when you hover over biology, I don't have my glasses on, but I think it was like 118.
118.
Yes, so 118 students versus, go down to that smaller little purple section.
Calculus BC, an AP unit 25.
So 25 students. So the squares kind of represent the number of students that are taking that course. So we have more students taking biology than any other AP STEM-related course. And so that little purple sliver, that is our highest AP math course. So that might be an indicator of why the purple square is smaller than the other squares. But I did want to give you just a visual representation of our STEM-related AP courses and some of the main ones that students take. And obviously, biology by far is the one that most of our students take. When we look at our dual enrollment courses, we have 486 students, 28 sections, and 4 courses. And this looks a little different because this is broken into semesters, whereas our AP classes are year-long courses, and then they take the test at the end of the year, whereas our dual enrollment courses are offered by semester. So typically, the 2 big circles is going to represent the same children. They'll just take English Comp 1 in the fall and English Comp 2 in the spring. But again, you can see how much larger the circle is for English versus our pre-calculus numbers. This is a combination of the AP and dual enrollment courses at the high school. And again, the circles just demonstrate the larger population of students that are taking those courses. I think this is phenomenal, and I think it's really worth celebrating tonight, because when we look at our AP exam results, it's one thing to offer AP courses. And a lot of schools in Alabama and across the nation, they offer a wide variety of AP courses. But this is the important piece. 86% of our students in 2023 earned a 3 or higher on their AP exam, which means they earned that college credit. So I really, and you can see the trajectory here for the last 2 years. In 21, the year after COVID, you can see we had a little dip. But then in 2022, 85.59% of our students had a 3 or higher, and then in 2023, 86.19% of our students tested high enough to earn that credit. And now this is the students who earned credit through one of our dual enrollment options. The majority of our students earn that credit through Just State. And I think a lot of the reason is, as Dr. England said earlier, they offer some really great options for our students, some great scholarships. So to our parents to be able to take advantage of that, either you don't pay anything or you pay a very small amount to be able to get that college credit before you leave high school.
And also, if students are going to Alabama or Auburn, there is an agreement between the community colleges and the state colleges that they will accept any credit taken at Just State. So it doesn't really benefit unless you're trying to do Auburn First, which is their program that you can get automatic admission for meeting certain criteria. There's really no benefit to take a class at Auburn versus taking a class at Just State, especially with the financial benefits Just State's offering at this point. So,
Dr. England, would you elaborate a little bit on Auburn First, because that's an evolving
It changed.
thing, but-
It changed about 3 weeks ago. They changed their requirements, but Auburn First has been requiring only 2 courses to be taken at the college level at Auburn, and then you get automatic admission for passing those 2 courses with. You have to have it's like a 85 average. So a lot of our students were doing that to get into Auburn, but they have changed that just recently, where you have to take 3 classes and each class has to be out of a different bucket. We had kids taking some easy classes to get those 2 credits, and so Auburn got a little smarter, and they made them and they also have to take a math placement test now to get that automatic admission. So kind of increased their rigor a little bit as far as who can get in. But they also have upped their ACT score as well for everyone else. So I think they were getting inundated with people.
So we've talked about the dollars that are associated with, that parents pay for students to take an AP class, to take that test. And we talked about the dollars that parents pay for their students to take a dual enrollment class. But this is the payoff. So ACT, our students score really well. And when students take advantage of AP, dual enrollment, our honors classes, and they have a really great GPA, and then they get a really great ACT score, then that in turn brings scholarship dollars back into the home for them not to have to pay as much when they go to school. So we're really proud of our students' ACT scores, and so I wanted to highlight that tonight. Consistently, we're in the top 3 in the state on our ACT scores. And I think that's just something that we are very proud of. Also, we had 82 students score a 30 or higher on the ACT, and 2 students had a perfect score. So I wanted to mention that. That's amazing. And honestly, when we think about the ACT, many of our students, especially those of you who have students that have gone on to college or maybe a senior this year, you know that they're not just going to take the ACT one time. Many times they take it multiple times in hopes of bringing up that ACT score to qualify for more scholarship dollars. So I don't have all those individual scores tonight, but what I'm sharing is the test results from when our students took this in 11th grade. So last year, this is our 11th grade scores. These are our students who were standing before you tonight. These are our seniors, our current seniors. This is how they performed last year on their ACT. And so another thing I wanted to point out and highlight, you see the numbers in gold there. So our students scored best in reading with 24, with a 24.04. Their next highest score collectively as a grade level was in English with a 23.42. Their third highest area was science, and then they scored the lowest in math, which is not real low. It's a 22.74. But I thought that was very interesting as we're thinking about, and this informs us for our instructional practices and the courses that we're offering. We look at many things when we are prioritizing and planning our instruction. And so we look at not only what their voice is telling us, what their desire is, and we think back to that first goal, and really looking through the lens of not only, what knowledge are we providing them with, but is it meaningful to them? And so if they're wanting to go on and pursue careers in math and science and other STEM-related fields, then we need to make sure that we're preparing them in such a way to do that. And these different types of assessment allow us to kind of get a glimpse into how well we're doing, and kind of help us to look at our instructional strategies as well. So you can see that on the graph here, the light blue is how our students scored. That next color is the national average. And so I really want to point out that our students score above the national average in every area, which is really amazing. And the final bar is just the highest possible on the test. So in all areas, our students are performing better than the national average. Any questions about the ACT? Okay, then what more? So that's the next question. So we see what our students are choosing, we see what classes they're taking, we look to see how they're performing on the assessments. And when we think about what next, how do we best prepare our students, we know that 1/3 of our students are leaving us pursuing a college major in business and finance, and another third are leaving us pursuing STEM-related majors. And so as we think about what's next, we really want to make sure that we are preparing them, giving them opportunities, course selections, and a good solid foundation, K-12 in STEM. So Mr. Brown, as you said, STEM is really on our radar. We are focusing in that area because we know that we can do some work in that area. And even though we're doing great, we're doing fabulous, we can still move and accelerate some in that area. So as we're thinking about preparing our students for the next step, we are really looking for that community support, and we want to make sure that we're offering them multiple paths to a bold future. So we know, and I know Dr. Freeman has mentioned earlier about our community has so much to offer, not just in finance, but in knowledge and experience. And we just think that by looking at some of the partnerships and some of the opportunities and some of the things that our community members can help us with, I think we can really go far in the area of STEM. So any questions?
Dr. Annie, I've had 2 children go through the program, and my third, he's a sophomore right now, but I just, what we do, and we heard a parent speak to this earlier, what we do to prepare college, our students for the next level, the college experience, is just phenomenal. And I've seen fruits of that with my own children, and how not necessarily the dollars are fine and good, but what it opens up as far as on your schedule in college. Because if you've already knocked out the classes in high school, whether it be through dual enrollment, AP, it allows you to take further courses. And so the old model of just doing a major and a minor, that's out the window. These kids now are facing these dual majors and dual minors and getting them pursue both the fine arts aspect, but then the STEM aspect, and combine them all together. And it's just, it's unbelievable the opportunities that are out there for everyone. And I would just encourage everyone to, if they don't know about it, to come by and maybe speak to you or just folks at the high school, and just to be educated on all these opportunities out there once you get to the college level, that you can actually take advantage of that now. So then when you get to college, there's so many more opportunities.
And I can tell you, and I want to tell parents, that our high school counselors are really phenomenal whenever they are meeting with parents and students to help advise them. They really know the business as far as the scholarships, the courses. So if they have not met with their child's counselor and want more information, I would say that would be the place to start, because they are really knowledgeable when it comes to preparing our students. I see you shaking your head.
I would just say our 2 college advisors, Oliver, Erin, and Aisha Ward, they are in constant communication with college admissions. They have excellent contacts all over the United States, and so they are on the edge. Anytime there's a change at the collegiate level on expectations, enrollment, or opportunities, they know about it. So they are really experts in directing families and really just being honest about future goals and saying, this is a better fit for you at this place, or this is what this school can offer you financially. Like a lot of schools offer different, monetary awards. Therefore, they can help you conserve your energy in looking for a college because they know all the ins and outs. So they are just an excellent resource, and we have two really good ones. Well, all our counselors are great,
Yes.
but Bailey College advisors, when they get to the senior, like at their kind of into their junior year and the senior year, are really beginning to hone in on what is the next step.
Thank you.
Right, thank you, Dr. Raines. Love the graphics too. Nice work.
Worked on that.
Yeah, well done, guys. Oh, and I should say next month, I'd like to bring you a report that is our academic data for grades 3 through 8, the ACAP assessment. And so we'll share that with you next month, just building off of this theme.
Does dual enrollment start normally their junior year or like anytime? Like just curious about that. Like when does that normally start in the schedule for the kids?
Junior year normally.
Junior.
We are looking at a sophomore, junior option next year for US history, but it is still in the beginning stages of us figuring out what that might look like. So there might be a little bit, but mainly junior year.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to clarify. All right. So we will move on to public comment. If there's anyone here tonight, any individual desiring to speak shall stand and give his or her name and their address. The presentation should be as brief as possible, and in no event shall such address exceed 3 minutes. The speaker may make statements about their particular concern with school operations and programs. In public session, however, the board will not hear personnel complaints against particular school personnel or against any person connected with the school system. Other means are provided where the board may consider and dispose of legitimate complaints involving individuals and employees within the school system. Anyone tonight like to speak? All right. I think we're good. So meeting's adjourned. Thank you.